Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to review the new Milk foundation stick. I thought it was really pretty and really natural. I did this quick look that you can do in a few minutes before you go to work or to school. It's something really pretty and natural if you guys don't like wearing a lot of makeup but you want to look glam at the same time. So please keep watching if you want to see this makeup tutorial and review of the new Milk foundation stick. Okay, so I usually do not wear primer, but since I'm trying the Milk foundation stick, I wanted to also try their Hydro Grip primer. I bought the little mini one because, like I said, I don't like primers normally, but I wanted to give it a try because I do like using the same brand's line of products together to see, because they are designed to work together. So first, we're going to use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I'm just going to do a little on my fingers. It feels pretty good. It felt like a little jelly, but now it feels like a moisturizer. And it seems to sink in pretty good because typically I do not like to wait for the primers to sink in, but it feels really good. It feels a little tacky. And from what I hear, it gets a little more tacky as it dries down to adhere the foundation to your face. Let's go on with the foundation stick. So this is a medium coverage foundation stick. It's made for all skin types. I've actually never tried anything from the brand before. The foundation stick I got in Golden Honey. Looks like this. I really love the packaging. It's like so chic, so cute. It's white, small. You can throw this in your purse. Let's see if we can get some coverage. I'm just putting this everywhere. I'm gonna do half of my face with a brush and the other half with my beauty blender. So let's see what we prefer. A brush is always super quick, but the beauty blender leaves like the most flawless finish in my opinion. I don't know why I always grab for my brush. Maybe I'm just lazy, I don't know. But when I do use my beauty blender, I'm like super happy that I did. So far, I really like it. I think it just looks like skin. It's very natural. Typically, foundation sticks could be more on the heavier side, so people don't tend to grab for them as much. I personally love like the Tom Ford foundation stick, but this one is a lot more natural, and it seems to be a little more of like a matte finish than the Tom Ford one. So let's get our beauty blender, and let's blend this out. Typically, I noticed that when I blend things out with a beauty blender, it does look more flawless than a brush, but if you're using a more natural foundation, it can be a little less natural versus the side I use the brush on. That's just because it is absorbing a tiny amount of your product. Okay, so here it is. This side I use a brush, this side I use a beauty blender. I feel like they look pretty much the same. I do have like a little bit larger pores, but they've been getting a lot smaller since I've been doing microneedling. But I do notice that my pores are like super noticeable. The primer is not made to fill in pores. It's just to help the makeup stick better. So if you're someone with larger pores, I definitely would get like the Benefit Professional or the Smashbox pore refining one to help fill that all in. Of course, I'm going to use my Born This Way concealer. This is in the shade Light Beige. Okay, so here it is with our concealer on. So next, let's go in with the Fenty Beauty Contour Stick in Truffle, and I'm going to contour with this. So I'm going to blend this out first with the Morphe E8. This one blends out super smooth. So the foundation, I do notice that a little here, it creases a little bit because I haven't set it yet though. It's like medium coverage, but it didn't come off when I was blending my contour concealer, so that's a really good thing. So I think it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and set our face. First, I'm going to set my under eyes with my MAC Studio Fix in N4, like I always do, and I use the Morphe M554 every time. Okay, then we're gonna set the rest of our face with our Hourglass Veil translucent powder. I think it looks really good. It's definitely a lot more natural than I'm used to because I just really love a good full coverage that's gonna cover everything, but I'm definitely into it. It's super nice, it's super natural. So next, let's go in with our bronzer. This is the MAC Give Me Sun. And I'm trying out this brush today. It is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH02 bronzing brush. This is a dupe for the Tom Ford bronzing brush, which I used to have and I have no idea where it went. But let's see if this is a good dupe. Let's contour our nose. We're going to use the Cheek Leaders palette. I'm going to use the shade Hula. I'm using my Morphe brush. This is the E62. We're going to take our MAC Studio Fix in N4 with our flat brush, and I'm going to just stamp along the nose contour to clean it up. Now let's try out the Milk highlighter. I got this in the shade Blitzed. I thought it'd be cool to try their highlighter since I'm trying their foundation products. Wow. This is a very extreme highlight, so if you're into that, get this because I just did one small dab and it's super, super pigmented. It's like a rose gold highlight. Okay, for blush, I'm going to use my favorite Charlotte Tilbury in Ecstasy. I'm using my Smashbox slanted brush. Yeah, this foundation for me is just a little too natural. I think it's a really good foundation, but it's not as much coverage through here as I usually like because I do have like a little more textured skin. I don't break out anymore, but well, it's rare, but I do have a little scarring through here still, so I like to really cover that up. And I am going to just clean it up a little bit with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in shade 2. And I'm going to take my Morphe sponge that I use for my concealer, just get a little on the sponge and clean up right under here. So I don't know if you can see, but for me, like this little scar right here is not covered. It's still healing, but it's like a darker mark I have, and pretty much like one here that I can see. And even though I set, it keeps creasing like when I smile right here. So I think that this looks really good. Now that my whole face is done and I set it, I think that it's very pretty and very natural. If you're someone who does not like a full coverage foundation, you want to look really natural, you don't like a lot of makeup, I would definitely recommend this stick. It feels really light on the skin, feels very hydrating but not oily. So now let's move on to our brows. Today I'm going to use my Lorac Pro palette, the shade Taupe, to fill in my brows. I ran out of my favorite Anastasia brow definer. I have to go get one. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I need backups. I also want to try her pomade, so we will get those and try them. I'm just taking my MAC 253. Filling in your brows with shadow is really, really natural, and you won't be able to even tell they're filled in, but you can tell the difference in photos or if you didn't have them filled in. I'll show you the difference between one and the other in a minute. So this brow is filled in with shadow and this one is not. So this one, it's very natural, it's still defined. I think it's very pretty and very soft. I want this whole look to just be soft and natural since the foundation stick was very soft. So let's now do our other eyebrow and we'll be right back. Okay, so here are both brows filled in, and now let's set with our Anastasia clear brow gel. So we're gonna really lock them in. I love this because it also blends it out and makes it look more natural as well as setting them. Okay, for the eyes, I'm gonna also use the same Pro palette. I want this just to be super, super natural and cute. What I love about this palette is that it has one row of mattes and one row of shimmers. When I used to freelance on set, this palette I would use every single day. I would always reach for it. It's just like a definite staple that you need if you're a makeup artist or for yourself. It has like so many good shades in it. So I just want to take a flat brush. We're gonna just use the white and the cream. Obviously they're well loved, and we're gonna set the entire lid. I love setting the lid with a white shade because it just really gives you like a nice smooth canvas to work off of. After that, I'm going to take my MAC 224 and I'm just gonna go in with the shade Sable. This is a warm tone brown. Just put a wash of this in the crease. So this is all it is, just one color in the crease. It's kind of more pigmented here and then blends out. So with this, like you could just do this one shade and you wouldn't even need to put multiple colors. That's what I love for a natural day, is just sticking a brown in the crease, and then I have my lash extensions, a little bottom mascara, and you're on your way. So this is how it looks with one shade. I'm trying to figure out if I should put a little bit of eyeliner on or a little more shadow. I think that I really love this like natural look. So I'm thinking of just putting on some eyeliner with the espresso shade from this palette. I don't want this look to be too much. I just want it to be really clean and natural. So you'll just take your same brush you did your brows with. This is a eyeliner or eyebrow brush from MAC. It is the 263. So this is espresso, and I'm just going to tap this on just along the lash line. You don't need a lot of shadow, you're just dragging this. And see, it's like a very subtle difference, but it's still very soft. Let's do a little of the shade Taupe, which is this one here. And we're just gonna run that along the bottom lash line so it's just not bare. Now let's finish up our eyes with the MAC Extended Play Bottom Mascara. Okay, this is our final eye look. So now let's just do a natural little lip and we're gonna be all done. I'm gonna do Strip Down by MAC. This is one of my favorite lip pencils ever. So I'm not gonna overline. I'm just gonna do something super subtle and super natural. Okay, this is our lip liner. Now for lipstick, I'm going to use the Maybelline lipstick in Baddest Beige. It's a pretty sheer nude lip color, so it goes great with this natural look. So my final thoughts on the Milk foundation stick were, it's a very, very pretty natural foundation. It's very good for anyone who's on the go. If you're a student, if you're a working mom, someone who just wants to put something very natural, very quick on their face. I thought that it looked really pretty. I think that it's definitely buildable. You can put many layers if you're trying to cover something specific, or just put one thin layer and then conceal whatever is not being covered. The primer I felt really good on my skin. It made the foundation stick. It feels really nice. It doesn't fill in pores if you're looking for something that fills in pores. But overall, I thought it was a really nice foundation. I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for something natural. I hope that you guys like this look. This is something just super quick, super natural, but still you look a little more glam. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know, have you guys tried any of Milk's products? Have you tried this new foundation stick? Let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and let me know down below if there's anything else you guys want to see. Thank you for watching. Bye.